Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone, if this is your Saturday. I've been spending a lot of time in First Peter as of late, and it's been speaking to me, and God's been speaking to me through His Word, and actually doing a Bible study with a couple neighbors in this book, and it's been a lot of fun and enjoying it. And so I just want to spend some time on this message here today, discussing what I've learned, not only through the Word and through the Spirit, but also just through conversations with my neighbors and friends and brother, and yeah, I want to share with you. And so we'll start from the start. First Peter, Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to those who reside as aliens scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, who are chosen according to the foreknowledge of God the Father, by the sanctifying work of His Spirit, to obey Jesus Christ and be sprinkled with His blood. May grace and peace be yours in the fullest measure. So a lot of people would look at those first two verses and just say, okay, it's a good introduction. Now let's get to the meat. And it does get richer as it goes, but there is a lot there. One thing I want to call out is in verse 1 and 2, it says, who are chosen according to the foreknowledge of God the Father. A lot of people struggle with that word chosen. So does that mean that we're robots and God has full control? I don't think that. I think that we have a God that's outside of time and space, who created everything, and He's going to put it on our hearts what He wants from us and choose us accordingly. And it's our job to listen to that call, and we need to be open to it. A lot of times we get so busy with the world and work and family that we don't take time to just listen to our Creator and say, where do you want me, Lord? If you look at it, he's talking to aliens scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. All these people were probably originally from Jerusalem or the surrounding areas, but God called them to spread the news and to share the gospel to people who hadn't heard it, and chose them to do so. And that's amazing if you think about how the gospel started in such a small area and now is available to everyone throughout the whole world, that life-changing news, good news of the gospel. And I think what we need to understand when it going back to the whole chosen comment is that we need to keep the plain things, and the main things, the main things, I think, as Norman Geisler says, or I might have mixed that up and got it backwards. But we need to recognize that we serve a loving God who wants what's best for us. And that's what's most important. And we need to look to Him for guidance in this life, to fully submit ourselves and humble ourselves under His mighty hand. And then that's where true peace and joy comes from. And so I encourage all of you, if you have questions, to seek those out. I've spent a majority of my life seeking the world, and there was highs and there was lows. But what I've found is that the most important thing that has ever happened to me is the experience of the Holy Spirit coming into my life and showing me that I was meant for something much more. And maybe not in terms of this world's terms, but in terms of being loved by my Father in heaven, and experiencing that, and then being able to share that. That's the call, that's the gospel, and that's what I'm trying to do, is share the good news of Jesus Christ, who came and died for my sins and has saved me. And so I just encourage everyone to seek Christ, understand that He's big and we won't have all the answers, but we do have a Father who loves us and wants what's best for us. And so I thank you guys for listening this morning and hearing my ramble. And I just hope and pray that as you're seeking Christ, He gives you the answers that you need, and you experience the joy that can only come from His love. Have a blessed day.